Hi.
Hi.
How's it going, everybody? So good to be here. One of the things that we've really missed over the last several weeks is being able to see people face to face. So we decided that as a family, we were going to join in the conversation tonight, so that we could just say hi and let you all know that we're still here. We're real people, and we're here. Just a couple quick updates for you guys and some developments, really, I guess, is masks. A couple days, I think it actually was yesterday, we got this opportunity that we were going to start making masks, and that was all good. And then we got some different information, and so someone said stop making masks, and then we got more information. They said, well, start making masks. So right now, until we can gather some more information, we're going to stay really, really fluid there. So at this point, we'll just put on a hold on that until we find out more information. Thank you so much, everybody that was willing to do that. We really, really appreciate you and your willingness to do that. I'm going to let Erica talk for a minute. She's going to share a couple of announcements with us.
If you are local and you've driven by the church at all, you may have noticed a large box in front of our church, and Justin Kaufhammer actually built that, which is awesome. Thank you so much. And that is for the community. There's food in there currently, well, there was earlier today. That is for you. If you need something, check it out. If you have 10 of something, maybe you want to donate it so that someone else that needs that item can get it. It's just some way that some people in our community thought it'd be a great way to help out, and it's awesome. So take advantage of it, help out, use it however you need to.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, like Erica said, if you have extras of something, you can take those, drop them off. I know our chickens have really started picking up with their eggs, so we're going to try and put a couple dozen eggs in there whenever we have some available. Apart from the eggs, we're going to really try and limit those things to things that are sealed and protected. Just for the safety of everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people putting different things in there. Again, up above us, I'm learning these whole link things. So up above us here, there's some links. If you need us to run errands, we're going to talk about that every single night. Make sure that you know it if you're tuning in with us for the first time. If you need any errands run for you, we are here, and we have an army of people ready and willing to go to the grocery store for you, to pick up a prescription maybe if you need that done for you. We want to be here to serve you. Another thing that I thought of that we haven't really talked about is our pets. We all have pets that we love. If you need dog food even picked up, I'm running low on dog food, I need some help with that, we would be more than willing to help you out with that. Tomorrow, we will not be meeting at 6 p.m. So we will not be meeting tomorrow, but we will pick back up on Friday, and we will be able to see you guys again on Friday. We want you to know we are here for you. As we keep going with these conversations and these talks, if there is something that we could speak to you specifically about, maybe there's a topic that you'd like to hear, and it's just been heavy on your heart and you want me to speak on that one night, I would love to do that. We're doing this for you. We want to be able to serve you, and I hope that this has been helpful over the last week or so, and we're hoping to continue to make that helpful. One final thing, wow, this feels like Sunday morning announcements here. One final thing is I wanted to thank every single person that has made that transition to online giving. As many of you guys know, we are 100% funded by you guys, and I am so thankful for your generosity, your support to keep this ministry going, to keep this church running. It takes a lot to keep this going, and it's all because of your generosity. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would like to join and be part of that giving, we've also included some links above for you to be able to do that. If you don't feel comfortable giving online, there's also an address there where you can send a check directly to the church through snail mail. So that is available as well. So now to our talk for tonight. This is something that we have been really working on here at our house. So I thought maybe some of you guys were working on this too. It's something that we have been immensely tested in over the last week or so. I hope that we're not alone. And so what we're going to be talking about today is patience. Has anybody else out there been dealing with patience? If you have, why don't you just write in the comments, say amen. I've been there. I'm going through that right now. So as we dive in, I Googled the word patience. Feel free to do that. And this is what Google said. Google defines patience as the capacity to accept or tolerate delay. That means that things aren't going at the speed that you want them to accept or tolerate trouble or suffering. Here's the key part: without getting angry or upset. Now, that has really been a challenge. We sort of talked about this at the very beginning of our quarantine time when we started these conversations, but it's been interesting how much the struggle with patience has actually evolved over the last week or so. Again, if anybody out there is being tested with patience, again, join the conversation so I'm not alone. Write amen in those comments areas. But seriously, with homeschooling, I mean, teachers, I said this a couple of days ago, you are awesome. My wife right here, awesome. I can't do it. I mean, I was trying to read with my youngest son, Grayson, yesterday, and he was really trying his best. We've been reading one book that the teacher gave him that we read the previous night, and then we're adding a new one each night. And so we'll reread the old ones and then read a new one. And we've been letting him pick which one he wanted to read. Well, he picked one that was maybe a little bit too high for him. And we struggled with every word, and he's trying and he's breaking down and tears are coming down his face. He says, I just can't do it. I'm losing my patience because we just said the same word and we repeated it 12 times. Then we point to it again. He doesn't know it. So, it's just been a challenge. So that's the homeschooling aspect. Then you have kids that are stuck crammed in the house and they're running crazy. Then you have spouses on edge. We love each other. Don't get me wrong. We really do. But it's come with challenges of its own. There's just times where you just want to get away. You just want to go and be anywhere but in the same place as that other person. The struggle is real, guys. And I know that this is something that we're all going to have to figure out as we go. But I wanted to try and send out some words of encouragement to you guys. Maybe if you're dealing with this, maybe I'm alone. I hope not. I think that we're all going through this together. But I guess that this would go back to the silver lining thing that we talked about a few days ago. While we might be struggling with patience, we might be adjusting to this life confined to each other. On the flip side, as we navigate this, really, when you break it down, you step back from the frustration. We, as parents especially, maybe you don't have kids and you're home with a spouse, we have been given opportunities as parents, opportunities to gather together as spouses, to model to our families how to respond and how to act when times get hard. We don't think about that, but right now we are setting the foundation. We are prepping for the rest of our lives. This is going to be a time when your kids look back, they're going to remember that time, and different things are going to stick out in their mind. And one of those things is they're going to remember how their parents responded and how they dealt with that. They're looking up to us and how we are dealing with this situation. And that's going to shape how they deal with trying situations in the future. And we, again, have been giving these opportunities to show them how to deal with stressful situations the right way. In the Bible, in the book of Colossians, it's essentially this letter that Paul has wrote to the church. And in this letter, Paul is essentially teaching these Christians what it looks like to live the Christian life, especially in regards to living with each other. And this is what it says, Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 through 14. It says, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Now, that list that I just read, can you say that that sums up how I'm acting right now within the context of my life, within the context of my family in this tight quarantined area? Let me read that one more time. Clothe yourselves with compassion. That means you care, that you're allowing your feelings to feel what that other person is feeling, with kindness, humility, putting others above yourself, gentleness, not lashing out, and patience. It says, bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds all of them together in perfect unity. See, here's the deal, guys. Kids are resilient, but we have to remember that at the same time, they're adjusting to something new, just like we are. They're going to do things that frustrate us. They're coping the very best that they can with what they have. Honey, can you shut those windows? Getting a little glare here on the old eyeballs here. But they're adjusting to something just like you and I are. And while this is a challenge, this is also an incredible opportunity for growth and unity as a family. So a couple things I thought maybe you could try even within your own families is try family devotions at night. I don't know what that looks like for you. Maybe it's as simple as making it a point to have grace, but pray and use those times for growth and unity. Use those times to set a foundation of how you're going to respond when things get hard. Listen to each other. A lot of times, all the fights that we have are a result of us just failing to listen to what each other's saying. If we could just listen without flying off the handle, things would go a little bit smoother. Listen to each other. Be there for each other. Again, little Grayson, he was sitting there crying. I was doing the best that I could as a dad, but I am not a teacher like his wonderful teachers at school. She has the patience of a saint, which is awesome. She doesn't need this lesson. But, I was struggling with that. And be there for each other. I needed to be there for him in that moment to take a step back and say, he's struggling with this. This isn't coming easy for him. And while I might not know how to teach him, I have to remember he's trying his best at the same time. Allow him to be there. And then hang in there. Because, guys, this isn't the end. We will get through this. Things will get better. But the awesome thing is, we right now have an opportunity to write the story of how things will start once we get out of here. We have the opportunity to shape our children, to think about what it is they're going, to step back and say, okay, this is frustrating, but I'm going to have patience in this moment because I know that we'll get through this, and we're going to draw together so at the end we'll be more unified together as a whole family, as a family unit, and we'll be covered under the blanket of love and looking out for each other and truly caring for each other. So that's all we have tonight. I hope that you guys were encouraged by this. I hope that it might help somebody. Remember, we won't be here tomorrow, but we will be back Friday night at 6. Again, if there's anything that we can do for you, if we can pray for you in any way, we would love to do that. We will talk to you and see you on Friday, 6 o'clock.